Did you know that Sweden, a land often associated with silence and snow, is home to some of the most breathtaking natural wonders in all of Europe? From the mirror-still lakes of Dalarna to the dancing northern lights over Abisko, Sweden's landscapes feel almost unreal, where forests whisper ancient stories and mountains meet the sky in quiet perfection. This is a country carved by ice and time, yet alive with innovation and artistry. Vast archipelagos stretch beyond the horizon, waterfalls roar through untouched wilderness, and midnight suns paint the sky in gold. It's a place where nature and culture live in perfect rhythm, where Viking heritage meets minimalist design, and every season reveals a different kind of magic. So join us as we journey across the 25 wonders of Sweden, where glaciers, islands, and centuries of history unite to form one of Earth's most enchanting symphonies. Lund. In Skåne's fertile plains, Lund radiates intellectual tradition spanning nearly a millennium, Sweden's second oldest city, where medieval cathedral spires pierce skies above cobblestone streets, humming with academic energy. Founded around 990 CE, Lund served as Scandinavia's ecclesiastical center before Reformation transformed religious landscapes. The Romanesque cathedral, consecrated in 1145, remains among Northern Europe's finest medieval churches. Its twin towers and ornate astronomical clock attracting visitors marveling at craftsmanship surviving 900 years. Lund University, established in 1666, ranks among Scandinavia's most prestigious institutions, producing Nobel laureates and pioneering researchers across diverse fields. Student nations, traditional associations based on regional origins, preserve unique Swedish academic culture through formal dinners, celebrations, and social networks spanning generations. The city's compact scale belies its cultural richness. Museums, botanical gardens, and historic buildings creating concentrated intellectual atmosphere. Culture and Open Air Museum showcases southern Swedish cultural history through preserved buildings, exhibitions, and living history demonstrations. Spring celebrations transform Lund when students mark semester's end with champagne breakfasts in parks, white caps marking academic achievement. Medieval street patterns wind between modern research facilities, creating temporal layers where past scholarship informs future discovery. Lund embodies Swedish learning, ancient, continuous, and endlessly curious. Orebro. At the geographical heart of Sweden, Orebro straddles the Svartån River, where medieval trade routes converged and royal power consolidated. The city's magnificent castle rises from a small island in the river, its fairy tale towers and imposing walls dating to the 13th century. This fortress witnessed pivotal moments in Swedish history. Gustav Vasa proclaimed here, parliamentary assemblies convened within its walls, and royal intrigue unfolded through centuries of shifting power dynamics. Orebro Castle today houses museums, concerts, and guided tours revealing royal apartments, medieval dungeons, and defensive architecture evolved across 700 years. castle's reflection shimmering in surrounding waters creates postcard-perfect scenes, especially during autumn, when foliage frames stone walls in golden hues. Wadköping Open Air Museum preserves historic wooden buildings relocated from around the region, creating a living neighborhood where traditional crafts, shops, and cafes operate in 18th and 19th century structures. Artisans demonstrate blacksmithing, baking, and textile work using period techniques. Svampen, a distinctive mushroom-shaped water tower, offers panoramic views from its observation deck and rotating restaurant. Modern Orebro balances historical preservation with university vitality, students energizing streets while respecting architectural heritage. Orebro represents central Sweden's essence, historically significant yet vibrantly contemporary. Gothenburg. Sweden's second-largest city embraces its maritime soul along the west coast, where the Göta River flows into the Kattegat Sea after centuries of commercial navigation. Founded in 1621 by King Gustavus Adolphus, Gothenburg developed under Dutch planning influence, canals threading through the city center, creating waterways reminiscent of Amsterdam's urban geography. Today, these canals host boat tours gliding past historic warehouses transformed into trendy restaurants and cultural venues. Liseberg Amusement Park ranks among Europe's most visited, its wooden roller coasters and seasonal gardens attracting millions annually. Christmas transforms the park into Scandinavia's largest holiday market, twinkling lights and traditional crafts creating festive atmosphere. Volvo's headquarters anchors Gothenburg's industrial identity, the automotive giant employing thousands while symbolizing Swedish engineering and safety innovation. The Volvo Museum chronicles automotive evolution through preserved vehicles spanning decades. The Fish Church, Feskakorka, serves fresh seafood in a distinctive Gothic Revival building resembling ecclesiastical architecture. Market stalls offering catches from surrounding waters. Haga district's cobblestone streets wind between 19th-century wooden houses, hosting cozy cafes serving oversized cinnamon buns, called kanelbullar, that define Swedish pastry culture. Gothenburg represents Sweden's maritime gateway, friendly, culturally rich, and perpetually connected to the sea. Trollhattan. Where the Göta River tumbles dramatically through bedrock, Trollhattan harnesses water power that shaped Swedish industrialization and engineering ambition. The city's name translates roughly to Troll's Hat. referencing folklore surrounding the thundering waterfalls that once blocked river navigation between Lake Vanern and the sea. These cascades, among Sweden's most powerful, attracted 19th-century industrialists who recognized hydroelectric potential, waiting to be unleashed. The Trollhattan Falls and lock system represent engineering marvel. Massive chambers lifting and lowering vessels through elevation changes that nature created but humans conquered. Watching ships rise or descend through sequential locks demonstrates patient triumph over geography. During Falls Days, each July, authorities release water through original channels, temporarily recreating the raw power that inspired generations. Saab's automotive legacy remains woven into Trollhättan's identity despite factory closures, the city maintaining connection to Swedish automobile manufacturing heritage. Innovation Park now occupies former production facilities, fostering technology and research enterprises. Film production earned Trollhättan the nickname Trollywood. Filmavest studios attracting international productions seeking Scandinavian locations and skilled crews. Industrial museums celebrate hydroelectric pioneering and mechanical ingenuity that transformed water power into economic prosperity. Trollhättan embodies Swedish engineering excellence, where natural force meets human determination. Kinnekulle. Rising abruptly from Västergötland's flatlands, Kinnekulle commands attention as a geological wonder nicknamed the Flowering Mountain for extraordinary botanical diversity. This table mountain reaches only 306 meters elevation, yet creates dramatic vertical relief. Its layered rock strata, revealing 500 million years of Earth's history through visible sedimentary bands. Geologists study these exposed layers like pages in a textbook, reading ancient seabeds, volcanic activity, and climatic shifts preserved in stone. Over 600 plant species flourish across Kinnekulle's varied habitats. Limestone-loving orchids on southern slopes, acid soil dwellers in northern forests, and rare species found nowhere else in Sweden. Spring transforms hillsides into wildflower carpets, while autumn paints deciduous forests in golden hues. Summit trails reward hikers with sweeping views across Lake Vanern's vast waters, surrounding plains, and distant horizons stretching toward Norway. On clear days, visibility extends over 50 kilometers, making the climb worthwhile despite modest elevation. Historic quarries scar hillsides where limestone extraction provided building materials for centuries. Medieval Huseby Church and ancient royal springs connect Kinnekulle to Swedish Christianity's introduction. According to tradition, King Olaf Skärkonung received baptism here around 1000 CE. Kinnekulle represents geology, botany, and history, converging in one extraordinary mountain. Sundsvall. Rising from ashes with remarkable determination, Sundsvall earned its nickname, Stone City, after a catastrophic 1888 fire consumed nearly the entire wooden town center. Reconstruction proceeded with unprecedented ambition. Architects designed a European-style stone city, featuring ornate facades, wide boulevards, and impressive public buildings that transformed disaster into architectural triumph. The resulting cityscape rivals continental European cities, its grandeur unexpected at this northern latitude. Situated where the Ljungan River meets the Gulf of Bothnia, Sundsvall prospered through timber industry dominance during the 19th century. Sawmills lined waterfronts, processing vast forests into lumber that built cities across Europe and beyond. Industrial barons constructed magnificent villas on Norra Berget Hill, their wealth visible in elaborate wooden architecture overlooking the city and harbor. The open-air museum on Norra Berget preserves historic buildings and offers panoramic views across Sundsvall's stone center, surrounding waters and the high coast's distant mountains. Cable cars transport visitors uphill, providing effortless access to elevated perspectives. Modern Sundsvall balances industrial heritage with cultural offerings, theaters, museums, and universities attracting students and artists. Summer festivals animate public squares where stone buildings create natural amphitheaters. Sundsvall demonstrates Swedish resilience, transforming tragedy into lasting beauty through determination and architectural vision. Oland, connected to mainland Sweden by Europe's longest bridge, Oland stretches 137 kilometers through the Baltic Sea as a limestone island, where unique geology creates extraordinary landscapes. The southern Stora Alvaret, a vast limestone plain, earned UNESCO World Heritage status for its remarkable biodiversity. Over 400 plant species thriving on windswept barren ground that resembles lunar surfaces more than typical Swedish countryside. This treeless expanse supports rare orchids, butterflies, and grazing traditions spanning millennia. Over 400 historic windmills punctuate Oland's skylines, their weathered wooden structures serving as iconic symbols of island heritage. These mills once ground grain for island communities, their sails catching constant Baltic winds that shaped agricultural practices and architectural solutions. The Swedish royal family summers at Solliden Palace, their residence surrounded by Italian-inspired gardens contrasting dramatically with surrounding limestone and coastal heathlands. Public gardens invite visitors to experience royal horticultural tastes without entering private residential areas. Beaches along western shores feature white sand and shallow waters, ideal for families, while eastern coasts present rugged beauty with fewer visitors. Ancient fortresses like Ekatorp demonstrate Iron Age settlements, reconstructed buildings, revealing how island inhabitants lived 1,500 years ago. Oland embodies Sweden's island character, windswept, historic, and beautifully austere. Helsingborg. Where Sweden nearly touches Denmark, Helsingborg commands Öresund Strait's narrowest point. Just 4 kilometers of water separating two nations with intertwined histories. The city's strategic position created centuries of conflict, changing hands repeatedly between Swedish and Danish crowns, before finally becoming Swedish in 1710. Kiruna Tower stands as a defiant survivor, the sole remaining structure from a medieval fortress demolished after the final Danish departure, its 35-meter height still dominating central skylines. Modern Helsingborg thrives on cross-border connections, with ferries departing every 15 minutes, carrying commuters, tourists, and cargo between Swedish and Danish shores. The constant maritime traffic creates perpetual motion along waterfronts lined with cafes and promenades. Sofiero Palace and its magnificent gardens showcase royal summer residence history, with over 10,000 rhododendron bushes, creating spectacular spring displays. The terraced gardens descend toward Öresund, offering views across water toward Danish coastlines. Dunker's Kulturhus, architect Kim Utsson's striking waterfront building, houses museums, concert halls, and exhibition spaces celebrating regional art and history. Helsingborg's medieval core preserves cobblestone streets, climbing hillsides from harbor to heights, where historic neighborhoods reveal architectural layers spanning centuries. Helsingborg represents Sweden's gateway to Europe, cosmopolitan, historic, and perpetually connected. Just north of Stockholm, Uppsala resonates with intellectual energy accumulated across centuries, Sweden's oldest university city where academia, history, and spirituality intertwine. Founded in 1477, Uppsala University claims Scandinavia's oldest academic institution, producing Nobel laureates, prime ministers, and scientists who shaped modern knowledge. The Carolina Rediviva Library houses precious manuscripts including the 6th century Silver Bible, written in Gothic on purple vellum with silver and gold ink. Uppsala Cathedral's twin spires pierce skylines at 119 meters, making it Scandinavia's tallest church and most imposing Gothic structure. Within its walls rest Swedish royalty, scientists, and Archbishop Nathan Söderblom, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate. The building's interior creates awe through soaring vaults and filtered light painting stone columns. Ancient pagan roots run deep here. Gamla Uppsala's burial mounds predate Christianity by centuries, containing Swedish kings from legendary sagas. Archaeological evidence suggests a major pagan temple once stood here, where sacrifices honored Norse gods before Christian conversion. Linnaeus Garden preserves the famous botanist's 18th-century botanical collections, Sweden's oldest botanical garden, maintaining his original classification system. Student life permeates Uppsala's character. Traditional nations, student associations, academic ceremonies, and youthful energy filling historic streets. Uppsala represents Sweden's intellectual soul, where past knowledge illuminates future discovery. Kiruna. In Sweden's far north, Kiruna exists in a state of constant transformation, both geographically and literally. This Arctic city sits atop one of the world's largest iron ore deposits. Its underground mine extending deeper each year and creating an unprecedented urban challenge. The solution? Moving the entire city eastward, relocating buildings, infrastructure, and residents in a multi-decade project representing one of history's most ambitious urban migrations. Mining has defined Kiruna since 1900, when LKAB Company began extracting iron ore that fueled Swedish industrialization and continues supplying global steel production. The mine operates continuously, producing over 26 million tons annually, while simultaneously forcing the city above to shift locations. Beyond mining, Kiruna hosts S-Range Space Center, launching scientific rockets and high-altitude balloons, while positioning Sweden at European space research's forefront. The facility attracts scientists studying everything from atmospheric phenomena to zero-gravity experiments. Kiruna Church, voted Sweden's most beautiful building before demolition and reconstruction at the new city site, showcases distinctive architectural style, blending Art Nouveau with Sami influences. Winter darkness lasts months here, making aurora borealis displays frequent and spectacular. Summer's midnight sun never sets, disorienting visitors while enabling round-the-clock activities. Kiruna embodies Arctic adaptation, where human ambition literally moves mountains, or at least cities. Sweden's third-largest city, pulses with multicultural energy along Öresund Strait shores, where the magnificent bridge connects Scandinavia to continental Europe. Malmo transformed from industrial shipbuilding center to progressive knowledge hub, embracing sustainability, diversity, and innovation while preserving industrial heritage. The turning torso, Santiago Calatrava's twisting residential tower, pierces the skyline at 190 meters, symbolizing the city's architectural ambition and forward-thinking identity. Old Town's cobblestone squares reveal Swedish history through Malmohus Castle, Scandinavia's oldest Renaissance fortress, now housing fascinating museums. Lilla Torg's intimate square buzzes with outdoor cafes where locals and visitors alike enjoy fika, while surrounded by colorful half-timbered houses. Malmo's coastline features artificial beaches and waterfront promenades where swimming, cycling, and sunset watching define summer leisure. The Western Harbor District showcases sustainable urban planning, former industrial wasteland reborn as eco-friendly neighborhood with green buildings and renewable energy. Cultural diversity enriches Malmo beyond typical Swedish homogeneity. Over 180 nationalities contribute languages, cuisines, and traditions, creating Europe's most international Swedish city. Västra Hamnens modern architecture contrasts dramatically with medieval Old Town just kilometers away. Parks like Slottsparken and Pildammsparken provide green spaces where families gather and nature thrives within urban boundaries. Malmo represents contemporary Sweden, progressive, diverse, and boldly reimagining possibilities. Gotland. Rising from the Baltic Sea like a limestone jewel, Gotland claims distinction as Sweden's largest island and a repository of medieval magnificence. The UNESCO-protected town of Visby transports visitors to another era. 13th-century ring walls encircle cobblestone streets, merchant houses, and Gothic church ruins that survived Danish raids and Hanseatic League prosperity. Walking through Visby's gates feels like stepping through a portal where centuries collapse into immediate experience. Beyond medieval walls, Gotland's landscape unfolds in unexpected beauty. Limestone cliffs, called Raukar, rise like ancient sculptures along coastlines, carved by millennia of Baltic waves. These natural formations create dramatic backdrops for sunset photography and inspire local artists. The island's interior reveals rolling agricultural land dotted with traditional farmsteads, windmills, and remarkably diverse wildflowers. Gotland's climate remains Sweden's sunniest, supporting vineyards and agriculture impossible on the mainland. Sandy beaches along the western coast attract summer crowds seeking warmer Baltic waters. Viking heritage runs deep here. Runestones, burial sites, and archaeological treasures reveal Gotland's importance as a trading center connecting Scandinavia with distant civilizations. Medieval Week transforms Visby each August. When thousands don period costumes, merchants recreate historical markets, and jousting tournaments return streets to their medieval glory. Gotland preserves history while embracing island life's timeless rhythms. Jamtland, straddling central Sweden's mountainous spine, Jamtland represents a region where Norwegian and Swedish influences blend across landscapes of dramatic peaks and pristine valleys. This historical province claimed independence longer than most Scandinavian territories. The Jamtland, a regional parliament, governed autonomously until 1178, demonstrating early democratic principles rare in medieval Europe. The region's unique identity persists today, with locals maintaining distinct cultural traditions and dialect. Åre, Scandinavia's premier alpine resort, attracts skiers from across Europe to slopes that hosted the 2019 Alpine World Ski Championships. Snow-covered mountains transform into hiking paradises during summer, wildflower meadows, replacing white powder beneath the same peaks. The Storsjön Lake dominates eastern Jämtland, Sweden's fifth largest lake, reportedly harboring its own monster, Storsjöodjuret, inspiring centuries of folklore and modern tourism marketing. Östersund, the regional capital, sits on lake shores, combining urban amenities with immediate wilderness access. Vast forests blanket lower elevations, providing habitat for bears, lynx, and wolverines. The wilderness here feels genuinely remote. Cell service disappears. Trails stretch for days without encountering other humans, and nature operates undisturbed. Traditional mountain farms, called fäbodar, dot summer pastures where cattle graze as they have for generations. Jämtland embodies Sweden's wild interior, where mountains meet culture. Karlskrona, founded in 1680 on a collection of connected islands, Karlskrona emerged from strategic necessity. Sweden's King Karl XI needed a southern naval base immune to freezing winters plaguing Stockholm's waters. The city's entire layout was designed around military purpose. with Baroque architecture, wide streets, and fortifications, creating what UNESCO now recognizes as Europe's best preserved naval town from that era. The designation as a World Heritage Site in 1998 acknowledged Karlskrona's unique position in naval history. The Naval Museum showcases Sweden's maritime heritage through impressive collections, figureheads, weapons, uniforms, and entire vessels telling stories of Baltic Sea power struggles. Nearby, the Admiralty Church's distinctive yellow facade dominates skylines, Sweden's largest wooden church serving naval personnel for over 3 centuries. Islands surrounding the city center connect via bridges, creating a unique urban geography where water perpetually shapes daily life. Salto and Aspo offer beaches and nature reserves, while Drottningskär's fortress stands as a sentinel, guarding approaches to the naval base. Summer brings sailing regattas and archipelago tours, revealing hidden coves and historic fortifications scattered across countless islands. Modern Karlskrona balances naval tradition with vibrant student life, technology industries, and coastal living. The city represents Swedish strategic thinking transformed into architectural beauty. Swedish Lapland. Occupying Sweden's northernmost quarter, Swedish Lapland stretches across Arctic wilderness, where nature operates by different rules than southern latitudes. This vast region encompasses mountains, forests, rivers, and tundra. Landscapes so expansive that driving from south to north requires over 10 hours without stopping. Winter darkness and summer's midnight sun create seasonal extremes that reshape daily rhythms and human perspectives. The indigenous Sami people consider Lapland their ancestral homeland, practicing reindeer herding and maintaining cultural traditions spanning thousands of years. Their colorful traditional clothing, joik singing, and intricate handicrafts enrich the region's cultural identity while facing modern pressures of preservation and adaptation. Aurora Borealis performances dominate winter nights, cosmic light shows painting darkness with ethereal green, purple, and red curtains that dance across Arctic skies. Lapland's wilderness attracts adventurers seeking authentic Arctic experiences. Dog sledding across frozen lakes, snowmobiling through silent forests, and ice fishing in sub-zero temperatures. Summer transforms the landscape dramatically, with wildflowers carpeting tundra and rivers flowing freely again. Wildlife thrives here. Moose, reindeer, wolverines, lynx, and occasional brown bears inhabit forests and mountains. Lapland's remoteness preserves ecosystems increasingly rare elsewhere in Europe. Swedish Lapland represents Europe's last great wilderness, raw, beautiful, and profoundly humbling. Lake Vanern. Dominating southwestern Sweden's landscape, Lake Vanern claims the title of the country's largest lake and ranks third in all of Europe. This freshwater giant spans 5,650 square kilometers, its surface area exceeding some entire European nations. The lake's sheer scale creates its own weather patterns, with storms brewing across open waters that challenge even experienced sailors navigating between harbors. Over 22,000 islands dot Vanern's expanse, some barely larger than house-sized rocks, others supporting forests, farms, and small communities. The Larå archipelago represents the lake's largest island grouping, offering hiking trails through pristine wilderness and secluded swimming spots beloved by locals. Historically, Lake Vanern served as a crucial transportation artery, connecting inland Sweden with the North Sea through the Göta Canal. Cargo vessels still traverse these waters, though recreational boating now dominates summer months. The lake supports remarkable biodiversity, including populations of landlocked Atlantic salmon that adapted to freshwater existence after geological shifts trapped them millennia ago. Commercial fishing operations harvest pike, perch, and whitefish, continuing traditions spanning generations. Coastal cities like Karlstad, Lidköping, and Vänersborg derive identity from their lakeside positions. Waterfronts bustling with marinas, beaches, and promenades where residents celebrate their connection to Sweden's inland sea. Lake Vanern embodies freshwater majesty on an oceanic scale. Kosterhavet National Park. Sweden's first marine national park, Kosterhavet protects a unique underwater world, where the Skagerrak meets the Koster archipelago's pristine waters. Established in 2009, this aquatic sanctuary spans 450 square kilometers, encompassing cold water coral reefs, deep trenches, and diverse marine ecosystems rarely found elsewhere in Swedish waters. The park's extraordinary biodiversity stems from a fortunate convergence: warm Atlantic currents mixing with colder Baltic waters, creating conditions supporting over 6,000 marine species. The Koster Islands themselves enchant visitors with car-free tranquility, traditional fishing communities, and landscapes shaped by ancient glaciers. Smooth granite rocks cascade into crystalline waters, while small farms and historic cottages dot interiors covered with wildflowers and juniper. Kayaking through the archipelago reveals hidden coves and secluded beaches accessible only by water. Glass-bottom boat tours allow non-divers to glimpse the underwater realm: colorful anemones, swaying kelp forests, and fish darting through rocky crevices. Scuba diving in Kosterhavet ranks among Scandinavia's finest, with visibility reaching 20 meters on favorable days. Divers encounter species typically found in deeper Atlantic waters: lobsters, edible crabs, and the occasional curious seal investigating wetsuit-clad visitors. Conservation efforts balance protection with accessibility. ensuring future generations experience these fragile marine ecosystems. Kosterhavet demonstrates Sweden's commitment to preserving natural heritage beneath the waves. Stockholm. Built across 14 islands where Lake Malaren meets the Baltic Sea, Stockholm defies conventional city planning with waterways threading through urban landscapes like liquid streets. The Swedish capital earned its nickname Venice of the North, honestly. Bridges connecting islands, ferries shuttling residents, and water defining the city's very identity and rhythm. Medieval Gamla stan, the Old Town, preserves cobblestone streets and ochre-colored buildings that witnessed centuries of royal power and maritime commerce. The Royal Palace stands as one of Europe's largest. Its 600 rooms housing monarchy, museums, and Swedish governmental ceremonies. Nearby, the Nobel Prize Museum celebrates achievements that shaped human progress across science, literature, and peace. Djurgården Island functions as Stockholm's Green Lung, home to Skansen, the world's first open-air museum, and Vasa Museum, where a remarkably preserved 17th century warship tells tales of naval ambition and spectacular failure. Stockholm's architecture blends seamlessly. Medieval meets Art Nouveau. Functionalist design neighbors Baroque grandeur. The City Hall's tower offers panoramic views of terracotta roofs, glittering waterways, and forested suburbs extending toward horizons. Modern Stockholm embraces innovation and sustainability. Operating efficient public transport and pioneering environmental initiatives. Trendy neighborhoods like Södermalm attract creative communities, vintage shops, and internationally acclaimed restaurants. Stockholm represents Scandinavian sophistication, where history, nature, and modernity coexist in perfect urban harmony. Kebnekaise Mountain. Rising majestically above Swedish Lapland's wilderness, Kebnekaise claims the title of Sweden's highest mountain. Though climate change complicates this seemingly simple designation. The mountain features two distinct peaks: the southern glacier-covered summit and the northern rocky peak. Traditionally, the southern peak stood tallest, but decades of warming have caused its glacial ice to melt dramatically, shrinking its elevation year after year. Recent measurements show the peaks locked in a climate-driven competition, with the northern summit occasionally claiming supremacy as the southern glacier continues retreating. This geological transformation serves as a visible reminder of environmental changes reshaping Arctic landscapes. Experienced hikers attempt the challenging ascent during brief summer months, when weather conditions become marginally favorable. The western route offers less technical climbing, while the eastern approach demands mountaineering skills and proper equipment. Summit views reward those who reach the top. Endless wilderness stretching in every direction, glaciers gleaming under midnight sun, and the profound silence of extreme altitude. The Sami people has known these mountains for millennia. Their name Kebnekaise, possibly deriving from Kebnekaise, meaning cauldron crest. Traditional reindeer herding routes traverse surrounding valleys, connecting modern adventurers with ancient pathways. Weather shifts rapidly in these elevations, sunshine transforming into blinding snowstorms within minutes, demanding respect and preparation. Kebnekaise embodies Sweden's wild heart and environmental consciousness simultaneously. Halland County. Stretching along Sweden's southwestern coast, Halland County unfolds as a tapestry of beaches, forests, and rolling agricultural landscapes between Gothenburg and Malmo. This region masters the balance between natural preservation and accessible tourism, offering 150 kilometers of Kattegatt coastline, dotted with charming seaside towns and pristine sandy beaches. The Hallandsåsen Ridge rises inland, its forested hills providing dramatic contrast to flat coastal plains. 6 municipalities comprise Halland. Halmstad, the regional capital, leads as a cultural and commercial hub, while smaller towns maintain distinct personalities. Tylösand Beach near Halmstad ranks among Sweden's finest, its vast sandy expanse attracting summer crowds seeking sun, surf, and Nordic beach culture. Historically, Halland occupied contested borderlands between Sweden and Denmark, changing hands repeatedly, until finally becoming Swedish in 1645. Medieval fortresses and ancient churches scattered throughout the county tell stories of these turbulent centuries. The Nison River and other waterways carve through Halland's interior, offering exceptional salmon fishing and kayaking opportunities. Fertile farmlands produce vegetables, grains, and the region's famous early potatoes, celebrated annually with festivals honoring this humble tuber. Golf enthusiasts flock to Halland's numerous coastal courses, where sea breezes challenge even experienced players. Halland represents Sweden's accessible west coast, where everyone finds their perfect balance of activity and relaxation. Jukkasjärvi. 200 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, Jukkasjärvi exists in a realm where ice becomes art and winter transforms into wonder. This tiny village in Swedish Lapland gained international fame for an extraordinary creation, the Ice Hotel, the world's first hotel constructed entirely from ice and snow. Each November, artists from across the globe gather to sculpt frozen architecture that will melt back into the torn river come spring. The concept emerged almost accidentally in 1989 when French artist Jeannot Derride exhibited ice sculptures in a cylindrical igloo. Visitors, lacking accommodation, slept inside on reindeer skins, and a revolutionary hospitality concept was born. Beyond frozen hospitality, Jukkasjärvi serves as a gateway to authentic Sami culture and Arctic wilderness experiences. The indigenous Sami people have inhabited these lands for millennia, herding reindeer and adapting remarkably to extreme northern conditions. Their traditions, languages, and crafts enrich the region's cultural landscape. Winter darkness brings spectacular displays of aurora borealis. Green, purple, and pink lights dancing across black skies in nature's most mesmerizing performance. Dog sledding expeditions carry adventurers through silent snowscapes, where only the sound of paws and sled runners breaks pristine stillness. Summer's midnight sun creates surreal experiences, daylight persisting around the clock, confusing internal rhythms, and enabling endless exploration. Jukkasjärvi represents Arctic Sweden at its most magical and extreme. Lama. Just minutes from Malmo's urban energy, Lama offers a coastal escape where sandy beaches meet Öresund's gentle waves. This compact municipality has mastered the art of seaside living, balancing small-town tranquility with accessibility to southern Sweden's largest city. The beach stretches invitingly along the shoreline, its fine sand drawing families, sunseekers, and water sports enthusiasts throughout warmer months. Lama's harbor buzzes with maritime activity, sailboats bobbing rhythmically, fishing vessels unloading daily catches, and the occasional ferry cutting through blue-green waters toward Denmark's distant coastline. The promenade invites leisurely strolls, where sea breezes carry the scent of salt and summer, and cafes serve Swedish fika with waterfront views. Historically, Lama evolved from a modest fishing village into a desirable residential area, attracting those seeking coastal living without sacrificing urban conveniences. The transformation reflects broader Scandinavian trends, valuing nature's proximity while embracing modern amenities and infrastructure. Windsurfing and kitesurfing enthusiasts favor Lama's consistent winds and shallow waters, creating colorful displays of sails dancing across the sound. Children build sandcastles, while parents relax on beach blankets, embodying Swedish summer's simple pleasures. During winter, the beach takes on stark beauty. Waves crash with greater force, and hardy locals walk windswept shores, appreciating nature's raw power. Lama proves that paradise doesn't require tropical temperatures, just authentic coastal charm. Lake Siljan. In the heart of Dalarna, Lake Siljan spreads across the landscape like liquid silver, concealing one of Earth's most dramatic origin stories. Approximately 377 million years ago, a massive meteorite slammed into this region, creating one of Europe's largest impact craters and shaping the lake's distinctive circular form. The collision's force was so immense that scientists continue studying the crater's geological signatures today. 6 municipalities embrace the lake's 115-mile shoreline, each contributing unique character to the region's cultural tapestry. Traditional red cottages with white trim, known as Dalahästar dot the landscape, their iconic design symbolizing Swedish countryside aesthetics worldwide. Midsummer celebrations around Lake Siljan rank among Sweden's most authentic and spirited, with maypole dancing, traditional costumes, and folk music echoing across the water. The lake becomes a stage where ancient customs and modern life perform their timeless dance. Leksand and Rättvik, charming lakeside towns, offer glimpses into Swedish heritage through preserved wooden architecture and artisan workshops. Local craftspeople still create Dala horses, those hand-painted wooden symbols recognized globally as quintessentially Swedish. Crystal clear waters invite swimming, sailing, and fishing during brief but glorious summer months. Winter transforms the lake into a vast skating rink, where brave souls glide across frozen expanses beneath northern skies. Lake Siljan embodies Sweden's natural beauty and cultural soul in one perfect circle. Smogen. Along Sweden's rugged west coast, the fishing village of Smogen clings to rocky shores with timeless determination and unmistakable charm. The iconic Smogenbryggan, a weathered wooden boardwalk stretching nearly half a mile, serves as the village's beating heart and soul. Painted boathouses in shades of red, yellow, and white line the waterfront, their reflections dancing across calm harbor waters during golden summer evenings. For centuries, herring fishing shaped Smogen's identity and prosperity, transforming this remote island settlement into one of Scandinavia's most important maritime communities. Today, the fishing tradition continues, though tourism has woven itself into the village's economic fabric. Fresh seafood restaurants dot the boardwalk, serving prawns, lobster, and fish caught mere hours before reaching your plate. The taste of the sea, delivered in its purest form. Granite cliffs surrounding the village tell stories of ancient geological forces, their smooth surfaces polished by countless winters and Atlantic storms. Summer visitors sunbathe on these warm rocks, diving into crystalline waters that shimmer with Nordic light. The midnight sun paints the sky in pastel hues, casting an ethereal glow over bobbing boats and weathered docks. Smogen represents coastal Sweden at its most authentic, where fishing heritage meets natural beauty and simplicity becomes extraordinary.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok and Threads. Don't forget to subscribe to The Scenic Hunter for another exciting adventurous journey. Until then, it's goodbye from us.